Hello and welcome to our channel. This is a place where motivation meets action, and every video is designed to inspire you to chase your dreams and embrace your fullest potential. We're here to ignite your passion, fuel your drive, and remind you that anything is possible. Join us by subscribing, and let's walk this journey of growth and success together. Are you ready to take your life, career, or business from good to extraordinary? In Good to Great, Jim Collins reveals the timeless principles that set apart companies that achieved lasting greatness. But this book isn't just about business, it's about unlocking the secrets to sustained success in any area of life. With compelling insights on leadership, disciplined action, and building momentum, Collins teaches us that true greatness isn't the result of a lucky break or a single breakthrough. It's about making consistent, focused efforts over time. If you're eager to learn how to build a legacy of excellence, this review will give you the inspiration and tools to start your journey toward greatness. Ready to discover what it takes to not only be good but great? Let's dive in and learn more. Chapter 1. Good is the enemy of great. In Chapter 1 of Good to Great, one message stands out and challenges us all: never settle for good. In the hustle of our daily lives, it's easy to become comfortable, to accept what's good enough. But Collins pushes us to see that this complacency is actually the biggest obstacle to greatness. He doesn't just leave us with that thought, though. He provides a powerful framework for how we can break free from the trap of mediocrity. The takeaway is clear. Good is not good enough. It's the subtle, seductive force that keeps us from reaching higher. Think about it. How many times have we settled for good in our careers, relationships, or personal goals simply because it felt safe, easy, or convenient? Collins makes it crystal clear that we should never confuse good with great. Good can be comfortable, but greatness is earned through constant, deliberate effort and a deep commitment to improvement. The lesson here is not just for companies, it's for all of us in whatever we do. Every day presents an opportunity to make choices that push us toward greatness. Whether you're a student, an employee, a business owner, or a parent, the principle holds: strive for greatness in all that you do. Ask yourself if you're truly going for more, and if not, why. It's that simple yet profound shift in thinking that propels you from good to great. Collins reminds us that the path to greatness is not about some big breakthrough moment. It's not about waiting for the stars to align or for luck to strike. No, greatness is about discipline, focus, and the willingness to never settle. It's about embracing the discomfort of pushing past good and striving for something better. The great companies in Collins' study didn't achieve success overnight. They did it through consistency, through tough decisions, and through a relentless drive to be the best version of themselves. So as we close Chapter 1, we are left with a question that calls us to action. What would it take for you to be great? It's a powerful question, one that should keep you thinking long after you've turned the page. If you can answer that question and start taking the steps toward it, you're already on the path to greatness. Chapter 2. Level 5. Leadership. The message from Chapter 2 resonates deeply with anyone in a leadership role or anyone who aspires to be a leader. True greatness in leadership is rooted in humility. In a world where we often glorify flashy, charismatic leaders who bask in the spotlight, Collins reminds us that the most powerful leaders are those who choose to lead quietly, with grace and selflessness. What's inspiring about this chapter is the idea that you don't need to be a showy, extroverted individual to lead at the highest level. Collins makes it clear that the leaders who make the biggest impact are those who focus on the success of the company and the well-being of its people, not their own egos or personal gain. In fact, it's the leaders who put others first, who are driven by a sense of duty rather than self-interest, that inspire lasting loyalty and drive organizational success. This idea challenges everything we've been told about leadership. We often see leadership as a position of power, a place where we must assert ourselves and seek recognition. But Collins flips that narrative. Instead, he teaches us that true leaders are often the ones who deflect praise and take responsibility for failure. They have the ability to look in the mirror when things go wrong, and they give credit to others when things go right. This kind of leadership doesn't crave the spotlight. It thrives in the shadows, always with the mission at the forefront. So, what can we take from this? The lesson is clear. Whether we're leading a company, a team, or simply trying to influence others in our personal lives, we should strive for humility and selflessness in our leadership. It's about putting others' needs above our own, being willing to make tough decisions, and staying focused on the long-term vision. Level 5 leadership isn't just a quality that the great leaders have, it's something that can be developed. Anyone at any stage in their career can cultivate the mindset of a Level 5 leader. It requires a shift from self-centered thinking to a commitment to something greater than oneself, whether that's the success of a team, an organization, or a cause. At the end of the day, the greatest leaders are those who have the courage to lead with humility, and in doing so they build something truly great that lasts far beyond their own personal legacy. So, if you ever find yourself in a leadership position, or even if you're simply striving for personal growth, remember this. Greatness lies not in how loud we shout, but in how quietly and consistently we serve others and stay focused on the bigger picture. Chapter 3. First who, then what? The lesson from Chapter 3 is one that should resonate with all of us, whether we're leading a company, a team, or simply striving to make a difference in our own lives. The right people are the foundation of greatness. Collins emphasizes that the key to creating extraordinary success is not just having the right plan, but having the right people in place to execute it. What's inspiring about this principle is that it challenges us to rethink how we approach our own careers and leadership roles. How often do we get caught up in finding the perfect strategy or blueprint for success, only to realize that without the right people, all the plans in the world are meaningless? Collins reminds us that success doesn't come from just getting things right on paper. It comes from surrounding ourselves with people who share our values, our vision, and our commitment to greatness. This idea can be applied in so many different contexts. If you're leading a project at work, building a business, or even managing your personal relationships, the principle holds true. Success is driven by the people around you. Surround yourself with individuals who are not only skilled, but also aligned with your purpose. People who will push you to be better, challenge you when needed, and collaborate to achieve something greater than what any individual could do alone. In fact, Collins's insight that the right people help determine the strategy is something that all of us can apply in our daily lives. It's about recognizing that our greatest asset is not the product, the plan, or even the resources. We're all surrounded by amazing people. Once we get the right people into the right roles, things start to fall into place. But there's an additional lesson here. The importance of leadership in making those tough decisions about who stays and who goes. Collins doesn't shy away from the fact that sometimes even talented individuals need to be let go if they don't align with the vision. It's a hard pill to swallow, but necessary for the long-term success of any team or organization. The good news? It's a process that can be learned and refined. Over time, you'll become more adept at identifying who will thrive in your team and who will hinder its growth. In the end, the power of first who, then what is that? It brings us back to the fundamental truth. Greatness starts with people. The right people, the ones who are driven, passionate, and aligned with a greater purpose, are the ones who will help us create something extraordinary. So whether you're building a business, a team, or just striving to be your best self, remember this. Success doesn't come from what you do, but from who you surround yourself with. Get the right people and the rest will follow. Chapter 4. Confront the brutal facts, yet never lose faith. The lesson from Chapter 4 is both empowering and transformative. Confronting the brutal facts is essential to achieving greatness, but it must always be done with unwavering faith in the possibility of success. This principle has profound implications, not just for companies, but for each of us in our personal and professional lives. What's powerful about this idea is that it challenges us to be brutally honest with ourselves. How often do we sugarcoat our challenges, ignore the tough issues, or shy away from the uncomfortable truths in our lives? It's easy to focus on the positives, to push problems aside, or to hope they'll resolve themselves. But Collins shows us that the path to greatness is through confronting reality head-on. We cannot grow unless we acknowledge what's not working and take steps to improve it. This principle is especially inspiring because it suggests that greatness isn't reserved for those who have it easy or who face no challenges. It's for those who face adversity with a clear understanding of their situation, without deluding themselves. The great companies in Collins's study didn't get where they were by pretending things were fine when they weren't. They faced the hard truths and adapted. And that's the real takeaway. Greatness requires both awareness and action. What's also inspiring is that Collins doesn't suggest we become cynical or negative in the process. He points to the Stockdale paradox as proof that it's not enough to just know the facts. We must also hold on to the belief that we can overcome obstacles and reach the other side. This is incredibly powerful because it speaks to the resilience and determination needed to succeed. We may face setbacks, roadblocks, and obstacles, but by confronting those challenges directly, we can pivot, learn, and ultimately emerge stronger. The idea that faith and brutal facts can coexist is liberating. It means that it's okay to face challenges. It's okay to feel discouraged at times, but the critical point is that we must never lose our belief that we can make it through. Even when the road is difficult, even when the facts are grim, greatness is still possible if we are willing to face the truth and keep pushing forward. So whether you're leading a company, managing a team, or navigating your own personal challenges, remember this principle. Don't shy away from the tough stuff. Embrace it. Look the challenges in the eye. Analyze the reality and then keep your eyes on the prize. It's through this process of confronting reality while holding on to unwavering faith that we unlock our full potential and ultimately reach greatness. Chapter 5. The Hedgehog Concept. The lesson from Chapter 5 is both simple and profound true. Greatness comes from focus, clarity, and aligning your efforts with your core strengths and passions. Collins challenges us to think about where we invest our energy and resources, whether we're leading a company, working on a personal project, or simply striving to improve ourselves. The companies that make the leap from good to great do so because they have a deep understanding of what they can do best, what drives their success, and what they are most passionate about. This clarity of purpose is what allows them to achieve sustained greatness. What's inspiring about the Hedgehog Concept is that it shifts our focus from trying to be everything to everyone to honing in on what truly matters. Many of us struggle with the temptation to diversify our efforts, to chase multiple opportunities, and to try to be good at everything. Collins shows us that the key to long-term success isn't spreading ourselves too thin, it's focusing relentlessly on the one thing that we can do better than anyone else. This principle applies not just to companies, but to individuals as well. Think about your own life. What is the one thing that you are uniquely suited to do? What is the one passion that drives you to excel, and how can you focus your energy on it? The concept also challenges us to define our purpose with clarity. In a world full of distractions, it's easy to lose sight of what truly matters. Collins reminds us that true greatness comes when we focus on the intersection of our abilities, passions, and opportunities. It's about aligning our work with our values and strengths, and using that alignment to create something meaningful. Additionally, the Hedgehog Concept teaches us the importance of discipline. Once we identify our focus, it's crucial to stick to it and resist the temptation to chase every shiny new object. It's easy to get distracted by the latest trends or opportunities, but Collins argues that the best companies and individuals are those who remain disciplined in their pursuit of their hedgehog concept. Finally, the chapter emphasizes the importance of passion. Greatness is not achieved by doing something for financial gain alone. It's about pursuing something that excites and inspires you, something that gives you purpose beyond just making money. When you are deeply passionate about your work, that passion becomes a driving force that propels you to achieve things you never thought possible. So, whether you're building a business, focusing on your career, or striving for personal development, the lesson is clear. Greatness comes from focus, discipline, and a deep alignment with your strengths and passions. Identify your hedgehog concept, commit to it with unwavering focus, and you'll unlock the path to lasting success. Chapter 6. A culture of discipline. The key takeaway from Chapter 6 is that greatness is built on consistent, disciplined action over time. Collins shows us that creating a culture of discipline doesn't require micromanagement or rigid control. It requires the freedom for people to take ownership of their work while staying aligned with the company's values and objectives. It's about giving people the space to innovate and make decisions, but within a framework that keeps everyone focused on what truly matters. This principle has a profound impact on all of us, whether we're leaders, team members, or individuals striving for personal success. The lesson is clear. Greatness doesn't come from sporadic bursts of effort or sudden dramatic changes. It comes from building momentum through consistent, disciplined action. Every day, every decision, every effort compounds over time to create results that might seem miraculous, but are actually the result of years of focused effort. What's also inspiring about this chapter is Collins's message about saying no to distractions. In today's fast-paced, opportunity-filled world, it's easy to get caught up in the latest trends or chase after every new idea that comes our way. But Collins shows us that discipline isn't just about doing things well, it's about knowing what not to do. The great companies didn't get to where they were by saying yes to everything. They got there by saying no to the things that didn't align with their core mission and values. This idea of disciplined focus is particularly powerful in our personal lives. How often do we spread ourselves too thin, chasing after too many opportunities, trying to please everyone, or taking on projects that aren't aligned with our passions or goals? The lesson here is that to achieve greatness, we need to focus on what truly matters to us. We need to say no to the distractions and stay committed to the things that align with our purpose. Finally, Collins's message about leadership in this chapter is particularly resonant. Great leaders don't need to micromanage their teams. They create environments where discipline is naturally embedded in the culture. They set clear expectations, provide the resources needed for success, and empower people to take responsibility for their work. This is a lesson for anyone in a leadership role. You don't have to be the one doing everything yourself. Instead, focus on creating a culture where others can thrive by making disciplined decisions that support the company's long-term success. In conclusion, the power of discipline is one of the most important lessons we can take from this chapter. It's not about working harder or longer. It's about working smarter by focusing on what truly matters, making consistent decisions that build momentum, and sticking to what works over time. Whether you're leading a company or pursuing personal success, remember, greatness doesn't come from doing everything. It comes from doing the right things consistently with discipline and focus. Chapter 7. Technology Accelerators. The lesson from Chapter 7 is clear and incredibly valuable. Technology should be seen as an accelerator, not the driver of success. Collins shows us that while technology can help companies achieve greatness, it is not the magic bullet that guarantees success. Instead, the great companies in his study leverage technology to enhance and accelerate their already strong strategies. This lesson is particularly relevant today as we live in an era where technology is evolving at an exponential rate, and it's easy to feel like we must adopt every new tool or trend just to keep up. What's inspiring about this chapter is the emphasis on strategy first. Collins teaches us that technology should never be the starting point. It should never define our direction or drive our decisions. Instead, we must have a clear understanding of our goals, our strengths and our values, and then look for ways to use technology to support and enhance those things. This is a powerful shift in perspective because it allows us to see technology not as a source of anxiety or distraction, but as a tool that can help us achieve our objectives more effectively. Moreover, Collins encourages us to take a measured approach when it comes to technology. Rather than jumping on every new trend, we should take the time to evaluate whether a given technology truly aligns with our long-term goals. This approach helps us avoid the trap of chasing after every new thing that promises instant success. Instead, we can focus on the technologies that are proven to have real, sustainable value and integrate them thoughtfully into our strategy. This idea is also deeply personal. In our own lives, we can apply the concept of using technology as an accelerator rather than a driver of our success. Whether we're using tools to improve productivity, learning new skills, or connecting with others, technology can help us get where we want to go faster and more efficiently. But we must be intentional about how we use it. We can't let technology dictate our goals or priorities. We need to ensure that our use of technology is aligned with our broader vision. Another inspiring takeaway is the idea that the pursuit of greatness is not about keeping up with every new innovation or becoming obsessed with the latest gadget. True greatness comes from staying focused on what matters most, whether in business or in life, and using technology to enhance that focus. It's about clarity, purpose, and discipline, and technology can amplify those qualities when used wisely. In conclusion, Chapter 7 of Good to Great offers a refreshing perspective on technology's role in success. It reminds us that while technology can accelerate progress, it is not the driving force behind greatness. The driving force is strategy, clarity, and discipline. And technology is simply the tool that helps us move faster and more efficiently toward our goals. By using technology as an accelerator rather than a driver, we can ensure that it serves us, not the other way around. This balanced approach to technology is not only insightful, but it's also incredibly practical for anyone looking to achieve lasting success in today's ever-changing world. Chapter 8. The Flywheel and the Doom Loop. The most powerful takeaway from Chapter 8 is the idea that momentum is built through consistent action. Collins reminds us that great companies and individuals don't achieve success by looking for shortcuts or dramatic changes. Instead, they focus on the things that truly matter and take small, deliberate actions every day. Over time, those actions compound, creating momentum that drives long-term success. The Flywheel concept is deeply inspiring because it teaches us that success is not about waiting for the perfect moment or the perfect solution. It's about making consistent progress, no matter how small, and trusting that the momentum will eventually build. Every decision, every action, every step we take towards our goal contributes to that momentum. It may feel like we're not getting anywhere at first, but with discipline and focus, the wheel will start to spin, and the results will follow. This chapter also challenges us to think about the way we approach failure. In today's fast-paced world, it's easy to get discouraged when things don't move as quickly as we'd like. The doom loop, with its erratic decisions and attempts at quick fixes, is a trap that many of us fall into when we get frustrated with slow progress. Collins reminds us that instead of jumping from one idea to the next or constantly seeking external solutions, we need to focus on building momentum through steady, disciplined action. It's the flywheel approach that works in the long run, and it's a much more sustainable way to achieve success. Another inspiring takeaway is that building momentum doesn't require huge dramatic changes. It's not about finding the next big idea. It's about focusing on the fundamentals and executing them with consistency. Whether it's improving your business, growing your career, or achieving a personal goal, the key is to make the right decisions consistently. The results will come, but only after you've built the momentum necessary to carry you forward. Finally, the Flywheel concept teaches us that success is a process, not an event. It's about embracing the journey and committing to the work, even when it feels like no immediate results are coming. By staying focused on the right actions, we eventually build the momentum that will propel us to success. This lesson applies to all areas of life, whether we're working on a long-term project, trying to improve our health, or learning a new skill. It's the consistent, disciplined effort that makes all the difference. In conclusion, Chapter 8 of Good to Great is a powerful reminder that success is built on the momentum created by consistent, disciplined action. By focusing on the flywheel and avoiding the doom loop, we can achieve lasting success, both in business and in life. Whether you're working on a personal goal or leading a company, the lesson is clear. Build momentum with steady effort, stay focused on what truly matters, and success will follow. Chapter 9. From Good to Great to Built to Last. The most inspiring takeaway from Chapter 9 is that enduring greatness is not a one-time achievement. It is a continuous process rooted in core values, disciplined action, and long-term vision. Collins shows us that achieving greatness is not the end of the journey, but the beginning of a new one. Companies that go from good to great don't just stop there, they build the foundation for long-lasting success. This concept of built to last is a powerful reminder that success in any field is not about fleeting achievements or short-term wins. True success is about creating something that can withstand the test of time, that outlives its creators, and that continues to thrive long after the original spark of greatness has been lit. Whether we're talking about a business, a personal goal, or a project, the key is to think long-term, to build a system and a culture that can sustain itself and to stay true to what truly matters. The message is clear. To create something truly great, you must be willing to invest in the long-term health of your vision. Great companies, Collins reveals, are not just great because of what they do, they are great because of how they do it. They operate with a clear set of values, maintain a focus on their core mission, and ensure that everyone within the organization is aligned with those values. This idea applies not only to companies but also to individuals. If we want to achieve lasting success in our own lives, we need to develop a clear sense of purpose and discipline. It's about sticking to what matters, being true to our values, and investing in long-term growth, instead of seeking shortcuts or quick fixes. Success is not about reaching the top and stopping. It's about building something sustainable, something that grows with time and challenges us to be better. Additionally, Collins' emphasis on leadership is profoundly inspiring. It's not enough to simply lead a company or a team to success. We must also focus on developing the next generation of leaders and creating systems that can function without us. This is an important lesson for anyone in a leadership role. Our job is not just to achieve success in the moment, but to ensure that the company, team, or project continues to thrive long after we're gone. Finally, the genius of the "and," the ability to balance multiple priorities and make them all work together, reminds us that success doesn't come from choosing one thing over another. It's about finding the right combination of factors that drive sustained growth. Whether it's in business, personal development, or relationships, this balance is the key to creating something that lasts. In conclusion, Chapter 9 of Good to Great reinforces the idea that greatness is not a destination but a journey, one that requires ongoing commitment, focus, and the ability to adapt over time. By focusing on core values, long-term goals, and building a system that can endure, we can achieve lasting success that transcends the fleeting nature of short-term gains. Whether you're leading a company, building a career, or pursuing personal excellence, the lesson is clear. True greatness is built to last. Summary, inspiration, takeaway. Good to Great by Jim Collins offers a compelling and thought-provoking exploration of how companies can move from being merely good to truly great. But the lessons contained in this book extend far beyond business. They provide invaluable insights that can be applied to all aspects of life, from personal growth to leadership, and offer a blueprint for achieving lasting success and sustaining greatness over time. The core of Collins's argument is that greatness is not a matter of luck or timing. It is the result of disciplined, consistent effort over time. He uncovers the patterns and practices that distinguish companies that made the leap from good to great, and shows that it is the subtle, often overlooked factors that make the difference. One of the key ideas in the book is the importance of getting the right people on the bus. Collins stresses that great companies aren't built on a single visionary leader or a great product. Instead, they're made up of passionate, dedicated individuals who share a commitment to the company's long-term success. By surrounding yourself with the right people and fostering a culture of discipline, you can create the foundation needed for sustainable greatness. Another central concept in Good to Great is the idea of the Hedgehog Concept. Collins describes this as the intersection of three key elements: what a company can be the best in the world at, what drives its economic engine, and what it is deeply passionate about. This simple yet profound framework applies not only to businesses, but to individuals as well. If we can find that sweet spot, where our passions, strengths, and opportunities align, we unlock the potential for greatness in all areas of life. The Hedgehog Concept is a reminder that true greatness doesn't come from chasing every opportunity or following every trend. It comes from focusing on what truly matters and doing it with exceptional commitment. The book also introduces the powerful idea of the flywheel, a process of building momentum slowly but steadily through consistent effort. Collins uses the flywheel as a metaphor for how companies achieve sustained success. At first, the wheel takes a lot of effort to turn, but once momentum builds, the process becomes self-perpetuating. Greatness isn't achieved through one big breakthrough, but through disciplined, focused work over time. This idea of gradual progress is both encouraging and empowering, because it means that success doesn't require perfection or instant results. It's about sticking with the right actions, even when progress feels slow. Finally, Collins emphasizes the importance of leadership that is both humble and driven. Great leaders aren't necessarily the most charismatic or flashy. Instead, they are those who focus on building great organizations, empowering their teams, and making tough, long-term decisions. The most successful leaders are those who have the discipline to stay focused on the vision and build systems that support sustainable success, even in the face of adversity. The takeaway from Good to Great is clear. Greatness is not a product of luck, but of strategic focus, disciplined action, and consistent effort. Whether in business, personal development, or leadership, the principles Collins outlines provide a roadmap for how to achieve lasting success. By focusing on what truly matters, building the right team, and maintaining a steady course toward your long-term vision, anyone can go from good to great. The key is to embrace the process, build momentum, and stay committed to the journey. That's all for now. If you enjoyed this video and it brought value to your day, don't forget to like, comment, and share it with someone who might need it too. And if you want to be part of this journey with us, hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you're the first to know when we share more content. Together, let's grow, learn, and inspire. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch our video. Your support means the world to us. We hope it brought value to your day, and we can't wait to share more with you. Stay tuned, stay inspired, and we'll see you in the next one.